This video is being created for the Four Corners Regional Education Cooperative, the State Technology Initiative. Our goal is to assist teachers in implementing technology into their lessons. Today's topic is using Flip. It used to be known as Flipgrid. It's a video discussion and video sharing app. Before we go any further, please pause the video and scan this QR code to sign in to the session so that we can track who's attending. All right, thank you for signing in. Like I said, Flip is a tool for students to be able to turn in assignments with a video recording instead of pencil and paper. Just gives them a different mode to do assignments and a different mode for you to grade assignments. Just makes it a little more fun for them. There are a lot of pre-made lessons that you can look at even before you sign up so that you can kind of look at it and decide if you do want to sign up. This is the web page that would take you there. I already have it open on this other window. This is what it looks like before you sign up. There's the sign up button, and there's the login button. Signing up is for free. I believe there are a few things that would be premium, but for the most part, everything that I've come across seems to be free so far. All right, so if you want to see the pre-made lessons while you're at this page, if you just drag all the way down to the bottom, and over here under About, there's Educator Toolkit. If you click on that, and there's a lot of information here, but the one that I'm interested in is the Discovery Library, which are pre-made lessons. I have to log into my account before it'll let me go any farther. I think it wouldn't make you do that if you didn't have an account set up, but since I have one set up, it made me sign into it. So this is the Discovery Library. There's a lot of information here, but if you go all the way to the bottom is a list of the lessons that people have shared. There's a place to filter the topics, the age, the subject. So the subject, they're all the base courses, plus there's a lot of elective courses also that you could choose from. The community is the age group that you're looking for, so it could be for anybody. And then they start from 3-year-olds clear up through higher ed and beyond. And then you could type in a topic if there was a certain topic that you were looking for. So once you decide that you have something that you want to look at, let's say this tongue twister challenge, just to have something to look at, I'm going to click on it. It opens it up. And the task, it gives you a little overview of what the task is. Let's see how many times you can quickly and clearly articulate a phrase before stumbling over the words in 30 seconds. Each week we will have a host tongue twister challenge. And there's some attachments here that show what the tongue twisters are for each week. So just clicked on the attachment and it opened that up for us. If you decide that this is one that you want to use, you can come down here to Add Topic. And the only way you're going to be able to add the topic is if you have an account set up. But you have two choices. You can add it to a group or a class that you've already created, or you can create one as you're adding it. So for now, I'm going to create a new group, just so you can see how that happens. I'm going to name my group 5th grade 2023. Just whatever you want to call your group. Host it, and it takes me to my Flip account. I can tell that it's my Flip account because there's my icon here. And you can now see it added to a group called 5th grade 2023 and the lesson. If you decide you want to change it in any way, you can click on the edit. And you can change the wording. You can change how many seconds, the amount of time they want to record it. You can just change it. And if you make changes, you'd update topic. I'm just going to cancel out of it. Okay, so that's how you can find pre-made ones. There's a lot of really neat pre-made ones there. I'm going to back up a level in my Flip account. Trying to find my home place. Oh, I guess that's where I'm at. And you can see several groups that I have created in the past. So if you want to create a group to start with, before you start looking at lessons, here's the symbol for group and the plus sign. So if we want to create a new group, let's just hit the plus sign. You have the choice of create a group or join a group. So this would be one way your students could get into the group if you needed them to, but we're going to create a group. You have several different communities that it could be put into, and I'm just going to pick classroom because that's what we're working with. And you can pick the age group that your group would be in. I'm going to hit next. A name of the group, let's call this one 6th grade 2023. And the background is this back crumpled paper, but you can change it to anything that's available here. There's a featured tab. There's an art tab, nature, people, textures, and I believe you could actually even add your own image if you wanted to. And as far as I can tell, all of these are free. I haven't seen any that showed that they were for premium editions, so as far as I can tell, these can all be used. So if you decide you want one, pick it, and then hit create. If you wanted to invite some people to join, you could put this link in Google Classroom or have it somewhere available for them to click on so that they could join it. And then you can choose anyone with a link can join or only people you approve can join. And again, that's just your preference. Other ways to add, you could add people from your Google Classroom or email addresses. Okay, so since I don't have anybody that I want to join right now, I am just going to close this out. But before I do that, this little symbol right here by the X, if you click on that, that gives you a QR code. So if you had all your students had their devices, they could scan that QR code and be able to join the group from there. Okay, once I've made my group, you might notice that there are 3 topics that are already added in. So every time you make a group, these 3 topics are added in. One's called Weekly Check-In, General, and one's Introduction. So if we click on it, you can, it just says a space where you can share your week with your group. Students can record, hey, I went to the zoo this last weekend, it was great, whatever, and post it. And then yourself and the other students would be able to see the recordings. If you wanted to change the wording, you could come over here to the 3 dots, click on the edit topic, and you could change the wording, change the title, change how long, anything that you wanted to. If you decide it's one that you don't want, you could just click over here on delete topic. And it's just saying, if you delete it, everything's gone, the topic and any videos that might have been created. So if I just click delete, then it's gone. Well, I thought it was gone. Okay, Okay, so once you're a member, have joined Flip, you can, like I said, search for topics that are already created, or if you have one that you want to create on your own. The way to do that is over here on the middle right, there's a plus sign, and if I hover over it, it says Add Topic. So I'm just going to hit the plus sign. It says, what do you want to talk about? There is a limit to the number of characters, but it's just a basic title. And then you can add the description, which might say something like, record a 2-minute video showing 3 things you know about horses. You can determine how long. In the description I said a 2 minutes, so I'll leave it at 2 minutes, but you have choices starting from 15 seconds up to 10 minutes, depending on what your subject is and what you're expecting from them. You can add some attachments and some other things to it if you wanted to. And once you've got it set, you just click on Create Topic. And you can share this topic. Again, you could copy this link, and you could paste it somewhere to where they could get access to it. You can show them the QR code, or you can download the QR code and put it somewhere where they'd have access to it. You can clicked out of there, so I'm going to go back to here. You can assign it to your Google Classroom. You can embed it into something. So if you were using Canvas instead of Google for your learning management system, you could embed the code that way. I can't share it to a Google Classroom because I have to be logged into a different account, and so I can't share it. But I do have what it looks like. So this is a screenshot of the Google Classroom that I have. This is a different lesson that I've done, but just so that you can see how it shows up in Google Classroom. There's just a link here that says Flip, and they would just click on it, and it would take them straight to that lesson to be able to make their recordings about their horses. Okay, if you click record, you can record things, and your students can record things. You can kind of have a little back and forth conversation with the videos and with the students. If you are interested in getting a Flip account, here's the web address and a QR code, so you could pause the video and scan the QR code to take you straight to it if you would like. There is also an app in your app store, so if your students all had tablets or probably even Chromebooks, you could download the app onto their device already so that it would be easier for them to get access to the lessons. So these QR codes, the one on the left is for iOS and the one on the right is for Android. You can always just search your app store for Flip. And like I said, it did used to be called Flipgrid. All right, I think that covers the basics of using Flip. It's just another way to get your students involved in using technology, a fun way for them to turn in assignments, a fun way for you to grade assignments, and just to get to know your students. So thank you for attending. If you would, please pause the video and scan this QR code for a questionnaire on this lesson. Was it useful? Anything else that you'd like to comment on? And thank you for attending.